Okay, we are back with more Pathologic. We're probably going to finish the Bachelor route today and maybe start up the Haruspex route. I might adjust the how long to beat just because the timer gets all messy when it goes late. So we'll see if we end up going way over time on Haruspex. I think most of the reason that we've gone over the estimate for Bachelor is I had to lose like hours undoing, reloading a save to undo infection. So we'll see if that, knowing that infection is a big deal and that I need to reload whenever it happens on Haruspex, if that's going to make my life significantly easier or not. We've got a quest to turn in here. Managed to save the dad of the little kids. This could be bad. Despite not really having the ammo to do that. I think they're just in the town hall, yeah. Rat. Dip into the shop to despawn them. Lots of rats, actually. I think this is progress, ultimately. I left my notes previous episode. There should still be a quest we can do. It's going to depend on a letter getting sent. So I have no idea, how close we are to that happening. I might need to just go lie down. Usually it's like around noon that we get shit like that. Crap, another rat on me here. I think we just want to cross the bridge over this way. Wondering if the Haruspex route is going to be more reasonable now too, that I know about how coffee beans work. Probably start doing the garbageage thing much earlier as well. Watch none of that matter, and like the Haruspex plays completely differently. Oh, I love when that happens. It sucked. I think it was just a quick save that I did a second ago. Hold on. Yeah. This is a better one to go for. Rat spawns are getting really aggressive right now. Please don't flamethrower this rat and drain all my health, game. Unless if one of them already shot it. Oh, God damn it. That didn't hit me as hard as it normally would have. It's a pretty significant source of damage right now. Found your daddy. He'll come home soon. Would you like to have this box? There's medicine inside. Whoa, schmouter. Heck yeah. Daddy will come home soon. Bullets. Nice. Definitely need those. Okay, so now I don't think I have anything to do until I get a letter, so I'm gonna go... I think the shelter, unfortunately, I need to, like, pay to get into, so I'll go back to Evian's house. Schmouder is really exciting. I think that means I have 7 forms of permanent plague healing. I don't know how many of those I need for the final day. I just know that I need some. Sup? Nothing to trade. So, rat across the bridge. Concerned about that. Shit. God. Triple shit. Jeez, that was really bad. Down this way. This bandit did not have a good day. He got shot in the neck at point-blank range. We go fight that bandit, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay. Guess I'll rest until noon, because that's usually when letters happen. I'm completely fine on exhaustion. Here we go. Invitation from the Kains. N and S. Okay. Must have come in at like 11 a.m. because I got it without it actually being noon. It's really bad. Guard is standing way too close to the plague cloud. Yo, you the right Kain to talk to?
Getting thicker. An omen, is it not?
Maria is getting ready to become a mistress. Do you know about mistresses? No. A mistress grants life to anything she touches with her hand, her words, or her thoughts. Like that ancient king who turned bread, trees, and water into gold. But the king's touch turned the living into the dead. A mistress does the opposite. Okay, I was about to say, Midas isn't great. How does it work? Mistress can hold a toy and it will come to life. She can think about it and the doll will remember its family history to the 7th generation. Maria is becoming one of such women? Joy cannot be greater if she were to become a mother. For today, a wondrous creature will be born. I'm sure it's not going to be some kind of horrible monster thing. You've written that the coming of a mistress will stop the pestilence. Why? It won't stop it, it will herald it. You will be the one to stop the pestilence. Your path and Maria's path run parallel. When a mistress comes, the filth will be gone from our lives. Okay. Maria's unconscious. Her latest fit came last night. She came to for a brief while and fell back into the depths. Why did she summon me? My daughter had 2 final wishes, to talk to her mother and to visit the other 2 chrysales. Chrysalises? Chrysales? She can do neither. I don't think she'll ever talk to her mother again, but she must see the future mistresses. They must acknowledge her. Who are these future mistresses? There used to be 3 powers in our town. They may not exist anymore, but they have left offshoots. 2 more heiresses will become mistresses when their time comes. One is Capella, Victoria's daughter. I don't know who the other one is. It may be Sabarova's successor, but it's not Clara, who is the changeling. Why are you so sure it isn't Clara? Clara was here a while ago. She looked me in the eyes. I can tell good from evil, all right. She is not the mistress of Earth. She may well be a true saint. She's hiding in the termitary. Okay, is there something you want me to tell them? Take the symbols of succession from them. They know what this is about because they can also feel the awakening. Capella knows who has inherited the title of Katerina, the usurping mistress of the earth. Why are you asking me? Maria did. She didn't want a stranger's hand to touch the rings that will forever adorn her body. Okay. Okay. What? You can see the enormous cloud of foreboding that sprawls over the roof of the crucible. They seem to rejoice in understanding that their imminent death is nothing compared to the bliss that the birth of a new mistress will bring. This is fine. Capella and from the changeling, question mark. So Capella is... Let's not get a map marker, but I think she's over here somewhere. Sabarov house. Oh wait, no, it's the lump. Which I might unfortunately need to pay to get in, but I think I have a decent number of those drugs. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'll look once I go inside to despawn this rat. I have 7 of the pay to visit someone drugs. I should be okay, I think. Very wow, Plaguelands color palette, yeah. Worse in areas that are plague afflicted. If you go to a burnt out area, it looks a little bit better, but it looks like what Mexico looks like in Breaking Bad. Fucking hell. God damn it. I had rats behind me, so I couldn't back up. Alright, let's try that again. Save him a few more times en route, I guess. Already have a rat. Watch out that I don't get too close to the flamethrower guys. Despawn the rat. Last time we were here, there were rats and plague clouds, so be careful of the one at the top of the staircase over here. To the lump here. Shit. It's fine. Oh, god damn it. I think it was the orange plague cloud. I think I also just loaded the wrong save. I've been quick saving. Shit. This one. Make a manual save just so I can start quick saving again. There was a plague cloud down this alley, so I'll try to avoid it, I guess. Don't think I have a rat on my tail at the moment. I've already seen the theater show for today. Hey! Non-burned out area. Schmouter, 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 let's go. Oh, is there another one down there? Come on, big money. Oh, fuck. Gotta get 2 rolls. Gonna spend the rest of the day here today. Schmouter? I don't think I'm gonna see one in this playthrough. I don't know if I can do anything to try to force spawn them, but it looks like they spawn in this district because there's no plague here. I don't think it's Capella who's sick. Oh, well, they're both sick, so it doesn't matter. Okay. That's fine. I don't even know if this is the right one. It is, okay.
Yes?
Do you know Katarina's successor? It's positive it was Clara. A long time I was sure Clara was the plague itself. She's a real miracle maker, perhaps even a saint. Can't she be Katarina's successor? A saint can't be the mistress of the earth. These ideas are incompatible. Yeah, and then, like, Victor said something about, like, the difference between good and evil. Like, mistress of the earth is evil? She seems disturbing to me. She's clinging to the commander too much. A peculiar ally. Okay, yeah, I think she is in... She's with Commander Block, I think. Something unnatural about the Union. Changeling is very dangerous.
It's the same power.
Speak on Maria's behalf. A new colorful star is rising in our skies. All hail its ascent. I thought you and Maria were rivals. Would I be worthy of being called a mistress in the future, if not now, if I put my pride and my personal interests above the needs of a dying town? What are you talking about? That's a useless question in this game. How would you change the town? Grand designs. I would change it completely. It's scarlet, navy, and taupe. I would make it golden and chalk and cinnamon and chestnut. We'd have new powers, new ideas, and new aspirations. Sounds like almost... There's a couple comments in this game that sound borderline meta. Like the one about It sounded like it was implying that I'm reloading my save to avoid the plague. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose. Dead serious. Trust the Haruspex. Take him to the Cathedral, having kept the lives of the children. Unable to protect some of them because he was badly wounded in a fight with Foreman Oyen. He wants to sacrifice the tower to save the settlement for me. Take Barak to the Cathedral and vouch for him in front of the commander. Maria will not get this necklace? What?
Father.
I did save before talking to her, right? I apparently did something wrong in that conversation. Hey, Raker, how's it going? Going okay? I think the first line of questioning was fine. And then I guess
peculiar smell.
Speak on Maria's behalf. Thought you were rivals. What are you talking about? Are you sure? I was better off with a dark mistress than with none at all. We cannot stall any longer. Since dark doesn't mean evil. Nina wasn't a dark mistress. She was mistress of the night. They called her Scarlet Nina. Do you acknowledge her power? Give Maria my beads. The jewelry belonged to my mother. Made of the bone of a step bull. Let her reign better than Wild Nina did. What? Okay. Ah, shit. I don't think I'm gonna have room if I need to get other items here. I should have deposited stuff when I was in Eva Jan's house, but I didn't think of it. Nice, Ricker. Alright, so it sounds like... we talk to the Changeling. What does the quest say? Offer her mother's necklace. Mistress shit is extremely creepy. Now we barter, Drifter Man. See if there's a shop around here so I can dump this extra item. Oh, bummer. Yeah, no worries. I sell you some garbage. I think the bronze bracelet is a really bad deal here. The hook I can probably part with. It's not great for the money, but that would produce more bullets if I traded it with a child. But oh well. Kids are gone.
I'll find a use for every single person here.
How do you on behalf of Maria?
Essential miracle.
Why should I care for Maria Kain? Not the mistress of the earth. She's mistaken. Why have the Kains told you you are not the third mistress? Victor said that. It's all bosh. Be on your way. I'll speak to Maria myself if she wants me to. We will crush you, Changeling. You serve death while Maria serves life. What the fuck? What does Maria want with me? Acknowledge her. There will be a sorcerer queen. She'll remake everything living for the sake of her ideals and miracles. She'll build a living utopia. An insult to everything that brings men closer to kingdom come. Oh my god, is the changeling like a weird, like, Mother Teresa monster? That she thinks, like, suffering is noble? This ring will remind her of where the true power knot actually lies. The knot of live-bearing powers. So you do know the protocol of intermistress relations. What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
We need to go back to the front.
Clara's ring. Seal ring of the third mistress.
Yes.
It's so cold.
Mistress of light. Okay. What the fuck? Take the relics to the crucible. Okay. Seems like an extraordinarily bad idea, but I guess nothing actually supernatural has happened. I guess we've run into like that weird step monster thing. And you've got the weird worm people. And know the protocol of intermistress relations. Basically, the people in this town talk a lot of shit. This area is clean. I thought I'd just turn a corner and see if I see the Schmouder girl by any chance. Don't think so. Yeah, it's interesting they translated it as mistress. I think I would have translated it as goddess with the way they're using it. Potential goddess, maybe? Proto goddess. It says specifically to go to Maria. Whoa. What the hell are y'all doing here? Above the statues of the mistresses, the air is heavy, as though a thunderstorm was upon us. Could have swear I've seen a shade of scarlet in a silhouette and stature rush toward the crypt's gate. Moving fast, but was in no hurry. Let me see, Maria. Lady is sleeping, she can't be disturbed, however important an occasion. Brought the relics to her, here they are. Bring them back to Nina. Okay. What the fuck does that mean? Didn't reach focus yet, it's too early for that. Guarding your lady poorly. I have no idea where to go for this. Take the relics to the crucible. Maria has left the crucible, but the relics must be given to her in person. Where did she go, I wonder? And then the dialogue said bring it to Nina, but hasn't Nina been dead for a while? I'm just gonna go talk to Victor.
There's buzzing in my ears.
The dark void of death looks like the true nothingness. The true nothingness, unlike true magic, can be firmly grasped with a steel ring and one of a not particularly large caliber at that. Someone's tried to assure me recently that such things cannot be grasped. That's deep.
That does it.
That's deep. Okay, well, Victor isn't giving me any help. I have no idea where to go. I think I'm going to look it up here in a second. This is getting ready for the coronation. You and the Bachelor received a letter from the Kains, the cryptic message. Bring the items to Maria's house. Her door is locked and a crowd is gathered. Nina is the current mistress. The relic should be brought to Nina. Brought to Nina's tomb. Where the fuck is Nina's tomb? Is that big sarcophagus all the way down here? In this area? So that's Grace's lodge. Let me look at the map really quick. It says it's like up here somewhere? Oh wait, no, there was a hover over text. Nina's tomb, but it's not red. Oh my god, does any other building in the entire game have tooltip text that's not red? Okay, yes, the railway station does. I bet the Avatar and the Termitary do. But whatever, it's fine. Let's go. It's completely fine. Uh-oh, I think the game... Oh, never mind. The game was hitching there for a second. Folks are just standing out in the rain. I don't think I've ever been to this part of town, actually. No, I don't think I've ever been in here. Huh. Oh shit. Bunch of sick people just hanging out. I like how their tombs look fucking evil as hell. Yeah, this is a tomb of a good person. She's just standing in here, creepily. It's not me, not your Maria anymore, but neither the Scarlet one yet. Nothing of mine is here. Here are the signs. Bye. They send their regards to you, Dark Mistress. Merciless powers that be disregard us like they used to, will be able to contest the ruthless law of existence. The dream will prevail. There will be a new utopia. What is a utopia for you? It's the whole town. A utopia is not the dream of mercantile prosperity, sensible social structure, or political fairness. It's the mystical manifestation of a world inscrutable and inaccessible for men. This would be maybe better if this had voice acting. The mouth is yours, but the voice and the choice of words is not. The world exists, but it cannot be touched, ever. It can reveal itself obliquely, but inevitably dies under direct scrutiny. It is a built-in essential stealth mechanism that launches self-destruction when this world is trapped. Is this the reason for the plague? It sounds like the plague is here because they dug too greedily and too deep to build their giant, weird-ass polyhedron sculpture. Earthly form of an unearthly miracle. Created a mind-boggling place of rock crystal, sapphire walls, emerald roofs, and ruby pavements. A place akin to those you're used to seeing in children's fairy tales about fairy countries. Why the dirt and the pedestrianism? Why the disheveled walls, the rusty beams, and the drain covers? This is what differentiates a utopia from a dream. There is a top in a utopia. It must have been something that was very hard to localize. Don't let the word deceive you. It's all about what's down below. It requires dirt. A ruby firmament needs something to sit atop, otherwise it'd topple. That's why we have the abattoir, the rotten field, the dens, and earth, the collective name of the poorer districts itself. Okay, it sounds like you're full of bullshit, lady. Is that so? The utopia needs the cult of bulls, a living echo of the time when the human and the bestial world sung in unison. Beastliness lies at the heart of our civilization. Dirt, blood, manure, devourment, skins, meat, and bone tools. How is it miraculous? Earth represents the miracle of the anthropophobic. Okay. I think that's supposed to be anthropophobic step emerging with the human world. Afraid of people. Settlement represents the miracle of turning a society of devourers into a society of creators. The very logic of this town's existence is a miracle in and of itself. The process of its creation has reached a peak. The cathedral has been built. And then the polyhedron was created. The tower has become a representation of the final metamorphosis. If it's all so perfect, why is there a plague? I don't know. It's not our fault. The town couldn't bear the tension. Let's just kill everyone. Okay. I see. Now I understand. Do I? Do we? These are the steps of the mistress. They're no longer the decisions of a child in exaltation, but strategies worthy of a ruler. The source of the disease must be eradicated first. What the fuck? Okay. I think that was the last quest for the day, so I don't know. I could try to go to the area that has no plague and just wander around and hope I run into one of the Schmouter girls and get some Schmouters, but I might just go rest until the next day. Do I understand? Yeah. At the end of the day, that's really what Pathologic is about. I mean, no idea what the fuck is going on ever. And assuming that everyone who's trying to tell you what's going on is lying to you. Sorry. So if I just wanted to rest until tomorrow, I guess I can make a save, and I'll make a note that it's a save that... Ooh. It's a save that is in the middle of day 11 with plenty of time remaining. That way if anything goes wrong on the next day, I can load back to it to try to, like, track down a Schmouter or whatever. I have no idea how many plague cures that I need. It's not clear to me at all. Sup, dude? Don't want that. Okay. Manual save. Yep. And then load. This is day 11, 1354. Possible fix shit save point equals day 11, 1354, 28 deck, 133802. Added that to my text file. I guess I'll eat some food really quick. This is the most wasting away sleeping I've been able to do. Let's go another letter. News to share. I found the thing you were looking for the day before yesterday. Avoid any rash decisions, at least you've spoken to me. Meet me at the works in a vault beneath the corpulent workshop. Did I already do that? I thought I was done with side quests for today. It's weird that I just got another letter. Where are the works again? Is that marked? Castle of the Soul and a Halves. Grace's Lodge. Might have to look at the map here. Hold on. Where the heck are the works? Trying to search the map here. It's the pit. Hermitary. Oh, the works describes a region. Okay. Let me step back really quick to this save, because maybe I'll get that letter if I rest for less time. I'm confused that I have another letter, though. There it is. Meet me in the works in a vault beneath the corpulent workshop. Okay. I will try to do that first, I guess. Probably gonna have to bump the How Long to Beat by like an hour, we'll see. I don't know if day 12 counts as a full day or not. This says we need to meet him in the room where we originally found him several days ago. There was a quest where he was like in fucking hell. He was imprisoned. Dad mentions 3 side quests. Yeah, those are all done. Got the accusers, the execution, and getting ready for the coronation, and they all show as done, but I still got a letter from the Haruspex telling me to meet him, so I don't know what's going on with that. Let's just go do it and see what happens. Oh, I don't have enough room for empty bottles. Shit, did it not actually give those items to Maria? This show is done, right? Maybe it's just like a glitch that it didn't give them to her. Weird. Another rat. Which, having a rat chasing me is significantly worse than it used to be, because now if I get close to one of these flamethrower guys, basically guaranteed to take like half of my life and damage. I don't know that I have an easy way to get out of here. I might need to go around this way. They like to put plague clouds in extremely mean places around the warehouses so that there's like one way in without getting infected. Chance to get another Schmouter girl. There's one. Come on, Schmouter. Let's go. He does have some morphine, though, which we can get a space back here. I feel like the chance of her having a Schmouter is like 1% or something. It's got to be really low. So it's one of the buildings down in here. I don't think that dude can like accidentally shoot me if I walk between him and the plague victim, but probably shouldn't chance it, since the flamethrower guys can absolutely accidentally flamethrower me. Hey, what's up, Haruspex? Good news and bad news. I'm listening. You asked me to find out the exact location of the underground clot from which the sandpest bacteria could have gotten onto the surface. Have you succeeded? It's everywhere. The deposits are sprawling beneath the whole town like kraken tentacles. They originate in the old cattle husbandry places on the other side of the Gorkon. The ground is soaked in it. What's the good news, then? Deposits are very deep. They're covered by so many layers of solid soil that no bore well could ever reach them. An extremely deep hole would have to be drilled to puncture those clots, like the one that was drilled to make the impossible polyhedron. I doubt that drilling a hole like that is humanly possible. If you were a madman that would punch through all those layers, what would happen then? Poison would gradually spread over the left bank of the Gorkon. It would soak the ground around us in itself like milk soaks bread. Why do you think that hasn't happened? I want the sandpest to be no more a threat to the local population than chickenpox. It's already happened. The town will have to be destroyed. We cannot allow anyone to keep living here. I'll find a way to produce so much medicine for the disease that there won't be a need to destroy it. By tomorrow morning? Yes, but only if the people that need to be saved are alive. I've told you about them, remember? The kids that'll build a new town here in 10 years. A town more beautiful than the current one. Even more beautiful, this ugly hellhole feels as though it was specifically designed for artillery testing. Think about it. Okay, creepy map. That seemed like it gave me a quest. Is this a main quest? The very soil in which the town is built is seeping with poison. The construction of the towers uncovered something that was laying in wait. This is systemic certainty. Does this mean that we must destroy the tower? This dying town is beyond salvation, but the polyhedron, the epitome of human aspiration, may be saved. I feel like I already read that before. Yeah, because I already turned in the blueprints. Okay, I don't know why I was able to talk to the Haruspex there. That was... because it doesn't seem like it's connected to any quests that I have. How your mission is the same as it was on the first day? I can't tell if that's an oversight or if it's on purpose. It's smart if it's on purpose. God damn it. Ugh. Really interested to see how the plague clouds work in Pathologic too. I think if it was like I said, if I could spend a little bit of money on protection from the cloud, and then every time I walk through a cloud with protection on, that protection got slightly destroyed, I would like spend money on that just to avoid having to reload so constantly. And it would still be reasonable to try to like organically dodge them if you could. So it'd also be nice if this let me see them ahead of time. I actually don't know that that does anything, as far as I can tell. There may have been an earlier quest where it did something. Schmouter. Come on. Big money. She doesn't have anything. God, the children in this town are more worthless than usual. Yeah. It'd be really nice if it did. If you could, like, see the cloud from further away. God damn it, and wait, what? Need shotgun shells, but... so I can sell them for more money than those blades will sell for. I wonder what the total count of shit, fuck, goddammit, is gonna be at the end of the game for all the times I had to reload from walking into a plague cloud. It's probably over 100. I believe I was able to get away with that. So I shouldn't complain. Yeah, so I don't think talking to the Haruspex actually did anything there. It made the writing a note sound effect, but... very strange. Rat over here. Guess let me deposit some of this stuff so I have room for other quest things. I think it was supposed to take those out of my inventory. I don't know that why it didn't. That's crazy, Raker. Strange. Alright, so the new important save is 1720. So we can go back and try to, like, look for other shit here. Alright, it's got another one? Okay, I got a letter from both of them. So I'll try to sleep for less time again, I guess. I don't think I've gotten letters that weren't predicted, though. That's very strange. I'm worried that it's like a glitch or something. Poor Bachelor, falling asleep for an hour at a time. There it is. Your nemesis is breathing down your neck. Look behind you before it's too late. She donned the mask of justice, playing skillfully with your desire to uncover the truth. She has abused you, made you a tool, forced you to create more lies. Dark passions and thirst for vengeance are poor companions for people like her. Find me at the commander's headquarters if you wish to know more. It's sad to see how easily she's tricked you. Okay. I don't know if I can get there before the day ends, but I'll try. At least it's not all the way on the opposite side of town like the Haruspex was. Yeah, that's my poison. Working with my nephew Jaden on his soundtrack project, we found a lot of like VSTs or configurable instruments that are just like a singer has recorded them singing every possible vowel and consonant combination. So I imagine that's where they got all the like voice effects in this game. Up here. Children aren't out this late, so no chance of schmouters right now. There's a burglar, though. You have nothing to trade. Free karma if the other guy doesn't shoot him and finish him off. Nice. The dream. Alright, what do you want? Oops.
I can't wait any.
What?
All you're obsessed with murder and destruction. You can heal without cutting the sick parts off. Wait, what? Does she not actually have dialogue for me?
Find a use.
Oh, god damn it. What's the point of that letter then? Ah, okay. Let's go back to this, I guess. Yeah, right? You got stuck on the box.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed.
Evening letter from the Inquisitor,
A new
day
mime
11.
performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Congratulations, our elegant maneuver was a success. We took the winnings and placed our opponents into a position in which they have no other choice but to vanish. The council is tomorrow. Legal considerations require it be held in the presence of someone serving as a representative of the local authorities. 3 ruling families are completely bankrupt. The mistress will attend the council in their stead. Oh, great. Do you have any binding obligations towards the families in power? If so, this may become an issue. Just saying that I can't do things tomorrow if I don't have... This is the last day we have left. The choice has to be made. I guess usually I can go to the Cathedral and do stuff. You're too early. The queens will be deciding upon the fate of the remains of this wretched town at 7 o'clock. As for now, the cathedral is closed. You need to speak to Alexander Block. 7 in the evening. Okay. Let me see the Inquisitor. Meet them at 7 o'clock and not a minute earlier. New powers have come into play now. The powers that even a government Inquisitor cannot oppose. Every person whose life has been in your hand for the last 12 days has a chance to say a word before the council. Every single bound person. But Eva's dead. She apparently does not think so. This unfortunate girl is the only friend of yours that has done something for you. You won't ever have to take care of her now, yet her voice will be heard. What? That's what her letter was about. And the others? There are a few lives you're personally responsible for. If these people are safe and sound by the evening, you'll be allowed access to the council. I'll have a chance to tell Aglaya what you think of her. Yeah. So... Can I do anything right now, then? I think they're all fine, right? It's all my bound. Mark, Eva, Maria, Peter, Andre, Victor, and Georgiy. Yeah, they're all fine. Creepy map. I guess I could go talk to each of them? Question mark? I might need to ask for help or look it up here in a second. Is it... well, I guess just ask. Can I do anything right away today, or do I have to wait to receive a letter at some point? Is it one of those wait for a letter days, and if so, what time should I wait for the letter?
My path was called the Mistress.
You saved my life. Thank you. I'll have a chance to put it to good use in the near future. What are you going to do with your life? Looking at you frightens me. It seems to me like an unimaginable creature living in a star-filled abyss looks back at me through Victor's eyes. You try to leave immediately in this game. I think it's like day 2 or day 3, and you get blocked. Looking to focus. What happened to this place? The town in this bank of the river will be deserted. A new town will be built in the other bank. A town bigger, freer, and more beautiful. The people who have found shelter in the specular cocoon will become its new inhabitants. Everything will change for the better. Talking about Nina. A dark chestnut with an intricate hairdo. That's excusable. What else? Thank you. That will be enough. Build my own town with blackjack and hookers.
I'm too old. Nothing.
You saved my life. Thank you. My life is crucial to feeding another one. What are you going to do with your life? Already done what I wanted. My life expectancy was low. Why should I stretch my last days, accumulate diseases, and grow to become a burden for my relatives? Best thing I can do is to give way to my niece. Burden do you bear? It is a joyful burden. How long will you last? What about your spirit? What does my spirit matter compared to Simon's? It's not going to stay long in the specular trap either. When the new town is founded, Simon will dissolve in it, I'm sure. I admire for your courage, Judge. Okay. Maybe the main quest starts at 7 p.m.? Really? So we're thinking I might not be able to do anything until then? I still have all of these plague cures that I haven't used. Keep up the arbitrage even to the last minute. Oh, I get letters at 8 a.m.? Okay. Maybe I'll go try to trigger that then. Oh, but visit before 7 a.m. for the theater? Okay, thanks. Probably sleep in Peter Stomatin's house. I think that was... Or wait, no, not Peter Stomatin. Young Vlad. Yeah. Oh, is there no plague today? That seems convenient. At least so far. I just realized that I haven't been... Oh wait, never mind. Spoke too soon. I see... little rat towers. I guess that makes it extra interesting if they're going to talk about destroying the town today and be like, guys, everything's fine. It's fine. Feels really weird not being chased by rats constantly.
Whatever you do, you'll have to sacrifice something.
Destruction is inevitable. There's no miraculous way out.
So that's what their thought process is, see? There was nothing to hope for from the start. Each of them should simply fulfill their purpose. At least, we'll see which one works best.
Each of them wants to save that which is dear to them. Perhaps they could get along?
Out of the question. The meeting chamber is tight, with the general sitting at one side of the table and the Inquisitor sitting at the other. Only one of them will decide. The others will die.
That seems bad. Okay. Graphics. That's a normal thing to be happening. Okay. Oh, there's no bodies in here anymore either. What is happening?
If we're in the majority,
Thank you for saving my life.
fragile
Hats off to
polyhedra
you.
will be left untouched. We'll manage to sustain life in it. Maria
You
can
are an
do
entirely different
miracles.
creature. Why are you in the same boat with the Utopians? Yeah, that's a good question. What is there not to get, O esteemed and wisest of bachelors? Positive you were connected to the plague. But the point of the Utopians' ideology was neglecting the laws of fate and the limits imposed upon us. Cognize this side of existence from backstage, so to speak, from where the strings go and the machinery is hidden. I willingly swore allegiance to the Utopia. Does that tell you nothing? You are you are an alarming tone in the jubilant orchestra of creators. Dealing with you would be a dangerous, or be an arduous task. Very tactless for you to ask me a question like that. What am I going to do with my life? Defended the Scarlet Mistress herself. My life belongs to Maria. I am her servant. You're the devil. Never been among my volunteers. Okay.
Only knowing our fortune in advance could we predict our conduct.
I would have killed you if I could. That's how my line is supposed to sound, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in this game that feels like it's like on the edge of being intentionally meta or fourth wall breaking. But like you can't necessarily tell. It's strange. This game doesn't break the fourth wall as much as it like knocks on the fourth wall a lot. I think that adds a lot to the feeling of like extreme discomfort I have playing it. Or like if it was more obvious about the fourth wall stuff, then you could just categorize the game as that and be like, oh, okay, it's just, you know, it's a one-shot or an Undertale or a Doki Doki Literature Club or whatever. But it's more like generally unsettling.
Where did those lazy bastards go?
Save my life, thank you. Live, Vlad. Glad to find you among those people. Maria told me from the very start to keep an eye on you. Thought it was about scheming and hidden plots. Yeah, well, that was an unexpected turn of events. You're a loyal son. You're an abhorrent criminal. You want to be like your father. He is a boss, a bull man and a master of bulls, a man of primeval age, of the age that has long sunk into oblivion. He was born by the damp and dense epoch that gave birth to the kin and its values. The age of aurochses and bisons has irretrievably ended. Serve Maria. Some business-like people are also surprisingly mad. Yes, I know. Okay. Weird shit. Rest until he said 8 o'clock, I think. Let's do 6 and then wait outside. Letter. Told you're looking for an alternative way. I know what we must do. We have no choice but to offer an inordinate sacrifice. If you trust my judgment, come see me and I'll tell you the details of it. I'm running out of time. I feel like I'm being torn in two. Help me. Okay. Oh wow, I'm actually kind of low on food. In which it finally becomes apparent what it was all about. Press X to doubt. I don't believe you. Stop at a food shop real quick. It's interesting the streets are just totally empty too. Fish, vegetables, and egg. Am I supposed to get multiple letters at 8 a.m.? These guys are still sick. Hey, Six Gun, how you doing? Oh, there's the other letter. The Changeling, okay. Victory I'm leading you to is not enabled by reason, it's made possible by faith alone. You can't prove it, you can only feel it. I'm in the left wing of the Termitary. My plan is the only one that will work, nothing has to die. I guess I'm glad I got the letter yesterday to tell me where the Haruspex was. It looks like the Changeling moved.
That tower will have to be destroyed.
What about you?
That's how we procure...
I'm in doubt. I've been walking between two paths. I hope that eventually they will converge into one. How to preserve the town without risks. I could have shown you the proof I promised, but we're short on time. Would you do this? Destroy the polyhedron. That's the price that has to be paid for procuring enough raw material to create tons of panacea. Keep the settlements. We would demolish the polyhedron. That's your price. But how would this powder keg of a settlement be ruled? If we don't have our weird art installation that is drilled like a mile into the ground... Have enough panacea to nip the epidemic in the bud. Bound children. Olgumskaya has marked them. Mark is not of this world. She's never wrong. If you took it upon yourself to take care of them, I'd have the time to prepare my arguments before evening and could attend the council well prepared. But the Changeling has ruined them, and now some of them are dying. You could help them. What do you need for that? Be at the council. If I know for sure the children Capella has entrusted me with are alive. To have a meeting to make, spending my rounds, instead spend on preparing my evidence. Will you help me with my bound? I will. Do you have your panacea? Try to think of something. Oh, this is the last day we have left. The choice has to be made. Only the Haruspex will be able to convince the chess queens that his solution is the correct path. Before he attends the council, he'll have to make sure that his bound are alive. They are Murky, Sticky, Notkin Grace, Taya, Khan, and Capella. Okay, so I wasn't saving stuff for my own bound. I was saving stuff for their bound. That's pretty interesting. Shit. I don't know where a lot of these people are. I know for a fact Capella is sick. So I could go help her. I assume I'm about to get the same treaty from the Changeling. Nice, 6 gun. Those, like, you can end up buying them anyway. May as well get a sick deal. A little bit more food, make sure I'm covered for the day. Alright, I might, once I talk to the Changeling and presumably get another list of bound, I might pull up my map and try to make a path to visit everyone to make sure that they're all cleared. Hopefully 7 is enough. I feel like I've seen 4 or 5 sick houses, but I also haven't explored the whole town in some time, so maybe like randomly Stick is sick. So I guess all of the Haruspex bound are just like the kids. All of my bound, well, I guess my bound aren't particularly well connected thematically other than the Kains all being involved. Nice, so maybe that'll jump up some of them to the top of the list so you physically have them now. I like the choice that there's no plague and no NPCs on the last day. Kind of freaky. Yo. Sure doesn't look like she's A-posing.
What?
Who could have thought you have to sacrifice something, either the town or the polyhedron? One of the queens wants to destroy the Wondrous Tower, while the others seek to raise as much as possible just to make sure. Do you have a different solution? I would arrange it so everything stays the way it used to. I could get to the Cathedral and look the Inquisitor in the eye. To care for my confidence. Do my best to help you. How do I recognize your bound? All of them are listed in the letter I sent to you several days ago. They're easily recognizable. The persecuted, outcast, villains, and criminals. Those whose only shelter is me, the new mistress. Okay. So like bad grief. Okay, got a full list here. Let me pull up a text file and write this down. So, Murky, Sticky, Notkin, Race, Taya Taichi, who I think is here, so I can go do her really quick before I come up with the map. Bad Grief, Ruben, Aspity, Anna, Yulia, Lara, Alexander, Katerina. So let me go talk to Taya Taichi and then I'll look at the map and try to find everybody else. I really hope I'm not like barely short on cures. That would make me extremely sad. I guess I could load up. I could load up a save from yesterday and see if I can hunt down one of the little girls with schmouters. Super bummed that I missed out on that one chance to get a schmouter. I think Taya's on the 3rd floor, question mark? Another letter. Tonight at 7, proceedings will be held. Request your attendance. Introduce your argument before this obtuse commander. Put all your affairs in order before the proceedings. Rely upon your discretion and your decency. Okay. It's at the 3rd floor. There's like a big hallway with torches. Yeah. She seems fine. If creepy.
Misfortunes never come alone. That's what Daddy used to say.
Live. Okay, so Taya is good. Now, once I get outside, I'm going to make a map of the other places I have to visit. Oops, shit, sorry. I'm going to move my mouse over to my text file here. And I finally found a map of the game that has people's locations marked on it, since this game doesn't do that for you. So once I get outside, I might share my screen of that map and then just try to draw a line all the places I need to visit here. Since I think most of the people on the list are marked on the map, but like several of them are not. The end of Pathologic is a traveling salesman problem. I think I have a ton of time to get everywhere I need to get to, though, so... Alright, give me a second to share my screen. 1 second. Try to remember to turn this off. So this is what my map looks like, right? I'm here. So we need to go to Sticky's house. Aspity, Grace, Anna Angel. Probably need to do this in a more systematic way. Hold on. Murky. What the fuck is Murky? Door. I don't know if I've ever talked to a Murky. Brock's hideouts. I guess I know I gotta do Bad Grief, Ruben, Notkin. Well, Murky's all the way down here. Wow, okay. I guess I just go down there, and if I don't see an executor, assume that it's fine. Taichi Khan, we know, is in the polyhedron. Although I don't think I can get to him. Capella is here. She is definitely sick. So I think I got everybody that the Haruspex needs. So now I need to finish the Changelings. We got Bad Grief and Ruben. We got Aspity, who's over here. We got Anna Angel is here. Yulia and Lara. Okay. Alexander and Katerina. Alright, so I have this map over here. I'm just going to try to go in a somewhat... I'll probably just do each section. So I'll go Sticky, Alexander, Katerina, Anna Angel, Aspity, Grace. I guess the problem of not doing them by character means that if I don't have enough Panacea for everybody, that I'll partially heal both of their bound instead of healing entirely one of their bound, which is maybe not ideal. But, I mean, what else am I going to do, right? So, let's go ahead and move this on another monitor so I can see it more easily. Hopefully I just have enough. I think I have... I'm gonna guess that I have all or nearly all of the healing that I should have gotten from the main story, and I never used any to heal myself, so... I want to say I have 7. Yeah, 2 Schmouters and 5 Panacea. Sticky looks fine. Even though he's the worst.
If we, the outcast children, live.
Live. Do what you must. Okay, they all have the same dialogue, the other people's. Bound. Sticky's good. Let's try Alexander and Katerina, one of whom I think is sick. This is an interesting, like, final mission in this game. I feel like it's just asking the question, like, did you do everything else right? I have a box with the children's Schmouter. Oh, it cripples them for the rest of their life. Alright, I should do Panacea first. And decide who deserves to be crippled for the rest of their life. This guy actually would probably be a good candidate. Live, do what you must. I think Katerina is a separate entrance. Ah, the Executor's gone, okay. Maybe we'll be especially lucky and it will only be 5 of them.
My path.
Katerina is good. Okay, oops. Sorry. Anna Angel is next, followed by Aspity. Time is it? Okay, we got loads of time. Looks like Anna Angel's fine, but I'll go in each house to talk to them just to make sure. Wait, I might be wrong. No, it looks like she's fine.
Life is hard.
Live, do what you must. Cool. Alright, so on this side of the world, we pretty much just have Aspity and Grace. We can go to the middle area. I guess I'll try to just give everybody Panacea instead of Schmouters. So maybe the Schmouters are more, depending on how many people end up actually being sick, maybe the Schmouters are more to heal the player character. be Aspity, which looks like we're good, but I'll pop in just to make sure. Sup.
My path was...
Live. Do what you must. Alright, Grace is in the cemetery. Remember when we randomly ran into that, like, step monster? And, like, it, like, drains your health from looking at it? And you can talk to it? And then it never comes up again? Like, what the fuck? Like, that makes it creepier than if it was, like, a main aspect of the plot or something.
Sleep.
Race is fine. Cool. Well, the kids are looking good for the most part. Children. So next let's do... kind of on a bad side of the river to do this systematically, because I'm going to have to loop back up regardless. Yeah, I guess I'll beeline it to Capella and then go down to Ruben and Bad Grief. I think Bad Grief is sick, because I think one of those attempts I had to pay to get in to see him, which was annoying. Oh, actually, no, let's go north first, because if we finish up south, then that'll put me around where the Haruspex is to turn in the quest. So I guess that's Capella, Lara, Ravel, and Yulia. I feel like this should be the in-game map, or the in-game map should be better labeled, because like the game loves to refer to places as like the Skinner District or the Chine, and it's like, okay, well, oh, is Big Vlad not one of the bound? I don't think that Big Vlad's on my list, is he? Is he on my list? No. Maybe he's a trap. That would be funny. Ricky, Sticky, Notkin, Grace, Taya, Khan, and Capella. Bad Grief, Ruben, Aspity, Anna, Yulia, Lara, Alexander, and Katerina. Yeah, okay. So I think we just let Big Vlad suck it. That's kind of funny, actually. This turns out to not be anyone's bound.
The winter comes.
Hella is good now. I'm gonna have to backtrack, but we'll go up first. I wonder if anyone else in the town just doesn't count. I'm glad they fixed that in Pathologic too. Have they given this one any attention after the classic HD release? Because I gotten any patches? I'm interested to look at the achievement statistics for this game. I have a feeling that, like, anyone who makes it past, like, day 2 or 3 is pretty likely to make it to the end. Stick it out. Let's see. I've only used 2 vaccines so far. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people left to visit, of which I'm pretty sure 2 of them are sick, so we'll just pray that don't have to use any schmouters here. I think Yulia's fine. This was 10 years after the game's original launch. So it's 2005, the original Pathologic, and the HD release is 2015.
My path was...
Do what you must. All right. Yulia's good. We know Lara is not. Surprised she's counted among the changelings bound. I think it might be because it's the three women who get accused of having something to do with it. Yulia, Lara, and an angel. I'm also curious now if you permanently heal the bound characters early. Like if you use Panacea on Capella as soon as you see that she's sick, if she has a chance to get sick again, or if she's permanently protected. And you can save yourself some time on the last day here. I guess that requires foreknowledge of who counts as a bound and who doesn't. Which I suppose you get from the Changeling. It's I who brings them back.
I think I'm fading.
Live. Do what you must. Alright. So I have one Panacea remain. Oh, I have two. Never mind. Oh, I think I have one reserve, though. Has to go to Bad Grief. I'm pretty sure he's sick. This game occupies a really interesting place. We've been talking a lot in Discord and just on the live stream lately about the idea of a game being sight readable, and this game is clearly not, right? Like, the information you need to play this game smartly just doesn't exist in the game as written. But if you can get a little bit of outside help at the beginning, like I bet you could write a one-pager that's just kind of like a quick guide to what not to do in the game. And then that one pager, after having been delivered, then the game's actually pretty reasonable to follow. It has a couple parts that are annoying, like quest objectives that aren't marked on the map for no particular reason, or which don't give you a breadcrumb as to where to look next, but those are uncommon enough that I think that they're just mistakes. Like, it's just an oversight for the developer instead of an intentional thing to confound you. I don't think this game is structurally unsight readable, if that makes sense. It's just that there are games that, like, are so designed to be played with a walkthrough in mind, or to not be sensical at all to a first-time player, that you'd have to basically redesign the entire game to fix those problems. But I don't feel like this game is unfixable. And I guess knowing that Pathologic 2 exists and seeing which of those problems gets addressed, it sounds like the map is one of them that gets addressed. Anyway, it's interesting to think about. It might be a fun challenge to try to write that one pager, like the prep somebody for trying this game out one pager. Everything that feels bad, like the combat and the walking speed, is on purpose. Don't let yourself get infected. If you do, you probably need to reload. Try to get as many things that permanently heal the plague as you possibly can, because you're going to need to save them. do as many side quests as you can, and preferably do them before you do the main quest for the day if you can. Not sure the game would be any more comprehensible. Oh, Ruben's sick too, that's new. Could they be helped? Wait. I was worried that I got the wrong dialogue for a second there.
I'd rather not go.
So hopefully Bad Grief is the last sick person, and Nodkin and Murky are both fine. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to cripple Nodkin or Murky. I guess we could intentionally save Bad Grief for last, because I don't feel bad about crippling Bad Grief. He's kind of a douchebag. Something, the hubris of deciding who lives and who dies. But the other two people are literal children, so we'll just make the choice on the adult versus child axis, I guess. Actually, we're already safe. We already know for 100% certain that I'll be able to heal everyone. I'm just going to have to use a Schmauder on at least one of them, probably Bad Grief. Can't they be helped? I've never talked to this person. Notkin?
My path was
Oh, actually, I don't know 100%
from
for sure, because
home.
someone could be
I
sick.
wanted to
Khan
be
could be
tight
sick.
Brotherhood of children and animals.
How do you know I'm a doctor? See a big gray cat around here, call him artist. I will if he calls me bachelor.
What?
We might be in trouble if Khan is sick. Getting infected isn't bad in Pathologic 1. Avoiding infection is missing a part of the game. You think so? Maybe to an experienced player who already knows how the rest of the game is structured and can know how to best conserve and build their resources to manage their infection after getting infected. But to a blind player who doesn't know what's coming, I feel like the drain on your resources is so extreme that it would probably tank a typical blind player's playthrough long before they get to the good parts. I think we're good on Murky. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I guess the thing you want to put in the document then is just that getting infected is no joke. And unlike a typical video game, you can't just trivially resolve it.
Someone is circling the place.
And the tools that you get to resolve it are better used for the end of the game, which I guess you have no way of knowing that, oh hey, this quest gave me a Schmauder, I'll go ahead and use it on myself. Like, no, that's a bad idea. If you're playing to be infected, you're just gonna be infected. Don't try to remove it. Because I assume if you heal yourself, you can just get infected again if you run into another plague cloud, right? It doesn't confer permanent immunity to you. Now we're officially mathematically safe, even if Khan is sick. Box of Schmauder. Give it to them. Oh, the bound of the Haruspex are alive and well. May he be comforted by that. The bound of the Changeling are alive and well. May she find comfort in that. Sweet.
Feels like my stitches.
Guess that means I definitely don't have to go check on Khan. That saves me some time. Let's go talk to Brock then. I think this, well, whatever, it's fine. The bridge to the south would have been better, but since I'm already going this way, this is probably fine. Do I have to get in there from the south? I might. Interested to see how much the structure of the Haruspex and the Changeling playthroughs are different from this one. Yo, dog, I did your job for you.
That tower will have
Confidence are alive and well. We'll meet at the council. Okay. Brock will come to the Cathedral. If I allow him to pass the ultimate judgment, he'll destroy the polyhedron so the town may survive at the cost of its uncommonness. Come to the same backwater hole it was before. The Hippocratic Oath enjoins us to preserve the life of a genius by means of curative lobotomy. Vigorous applause. I like the idea of the conundrum they're putting us in at the end of, like, do you save the town or do you save the polyhedron? Like, that's a cool choice. I think it's funny that, like, oh yeah, if, you know, we destroy the polyhedron, then I'll be able to make as much panacea as I want from the raw materials. Maybe that is, like, the focus of the Haruspex playthrough. That makes more sense. I could see it being we need to destroy the polyhedron because the like borehole that they built in order to make the thing stand is what's allowing the disease to seep into the soil or whatever. Fair enough. There's definitely other stuff in this game that conveys to me that the developers intend for you to be saving frequently and loading saves when things go poorly, so... It doesn't have the structure of a game that... Like, if this game was a massive improvement to Pathologic, to be honest, for me, would be if you couldn't save. If the game only ever auto-saved, and it auto-saved every time something happened. Right, like it auto-saved when you got infected, or when you went into a door, or you talked to an NPC, or you finished talking to an NPC. That would convey the intent to me much better. And the feeling of just play it, do your best. But I think part of the problem is that it would be then very possible to soft lock and completely screw yourself. Because of the way the rest of it is structured. Depends on what you mean by trial and error. I think if you had a game where you weren't allowed to manually save and it depended entirely on auto save, they would have to rethink the way the game is laid out, such that you couldn't make a mistake an hour in that was going to cost you, 20 hours later.
I'm surprised you're still alive.
Confidents are alive and well. I'll be waiting for you in the council. Sure they're alive. To the cathedral. The Changeling are alive. Clara will come to the cathedral. If I let her make the ultimate decision, she'll force the commander to withdraw his troops. The current situation will remain unchanged, yet might a refusal to interfere be seen as a decision in itself. The town will remain a machine of death no matter how pretty. Okay, and I guess their point is, like, the Changeling's like, take my word for it, everything's gonna be fine. I wonder if when playing as the other characters, what, like, siding with the Bachelor counts as, for example. Raising both versus just raising the art versus raising neither, I guess. Or maybe raising the town versus raising the art versus raising neither. Okay, so I don't think I have anything else to do today until the meeting at the cathedral, right? The letter. Oh, this is new. Thank you. I didn't see that. I heard the same sound effect for a quest marker update. You're right. You don't seem to be listening to what we tell you. You've gotten out of hand. I'm doing whatever you please. This is unacceptable. You're spoiling the game. If the letter reaches you in good time, come to the polyhedron. They'll let you inside. Keep your eyes closed. Descend to the bottom and say 345. The people who own you. Okay. That's kind of awesome, actually. Thanks, Ricker. Usually I hear the sound effect and check, but it looks like it triggered a sound effect for both a letter and a quest when I talked to the Changeling. That Powers That Be letter is pretty awesome. It actually kind of reminds me of, we'll see where it goes, but I played a couple games that kind of make fun of you for doing everything right, so to speak, in a way that would have required you to save scum or have advanced knowledge of what to do. South, across the river. Or Big Vlad is gonna be the only person in town to, like, be dead for real. Nobody liked Big Vlad, apparently. Great. There it is. Yeah, and see, that's another thing is, like, I feel like it is part of developer intent for the developer to tell you, we intend to not give you any information, right? And I've played games that are deliberately obtuse that use storytelling techniques or pop-ups or something to convey this is a nightmare to play, and that's on purpose, right? I've talked a bit in this playthrough so far about how a thing that I think is probably an unfortunate turnoff for some people for Pathologic is that you don't get that conveyance of developer intent, that like walking slowly through everything. We did that on purpose. You know, you kind of have to make it reasonably far into the game to start to get it, and you almost need to already have the like endorsement of the game by somebody else to get you to even really try it in the first place, I think. Like, knowing that this is an awesome and important game has gotten me to play it for much longer than I probably would have if I had just gotten it on like a Steam sale or something, you know? So I think that's where something like an autosave and no ability to save manually would convey to me that, don't worry, just, you're lost on purpose. It's configured in such a way that that's an intended part of the experience and not just a result of it being an old game and being janky as a result. So again, I'm curious, maybe Pathologic 2 addresses all of that, or most of that even.
If we, the outcast children, live,
I was able to
the
talk to
town
Kain
will
all
go to be
along. The children, the powers that be all along? Oh shit. Creepy. Didn't guess the powers that be were kids. That's pretty spooky. I'm gonna go back and reread all their letters after this. Oh, little model of the town. Oh, interesting. I am like tiny and they're huge. That's pretty cool, actually. Teensy. Being a toy is also nice. Why did you play it like this? Why couldn't you have chosen a different game, like Tag or something? Because that explains the theater performances, right? Wow, if that's where they're going, I really like this. Something that's, like, pretty well set up, actually. This isn't like an out of nowhere 11th hour reveal. You powers that will have been. You've been to a funeral. They've been sending us out to the garden for 10 days in a row, so we wouldn't get in anyone's way. Taking us to the cemetery for a week now, Bachelor. If you keep being naughty, I'll take you with me next time. Hey, thanks for the follow, Last Burning. Why didn't you need dolls? Couldn't you have played without us? Find some use for you. We never liked you all that much anyway. You've always been the scary doll. Playing with you was no fun. You can always have a smart doctor man at hand. That's how the game goes. Will you help us heal the town? I'll destroy it just to spite you. Not a word to be heard from the powers that be. Perhaps they became bored of it all or were called back home for supper. Hey, finally, it's a new update to the mission. In vain. It was all in vain. The hero was but a puppet, striving to help the imaginary population of a town that was nothing more than a drawing. That's cool. Be more humane. Tell me everything. It's the Bachelor. Wow, he's so big. What diabolical game are you playing? It's a magic sandbox. See how it reflects in the mirrors? Everything's for real there. Here's a town we've painted out of sand. Here's this awful thing going on there. An epidemic. It's all crumbling. The town is falling apart. We sent heroes there to fix it. To fix it? It's rotting, see? You used to be a doll and now you're alive. Perhaps the rest also work like this. What are you gonna do now? Heal the town, please. It's alive and it's our favorite one. I agree with you on this. A surprising twist. I am a human being. In that case, you're a human being that closely resembles one of our toys. It's a Bachelor, but we're calling it Daniil for fun. Hit me then. Hit me with everything you got. What shall I do now? It's time for you to go to a youth detention center. That's cool. I really, really like this scene. This scene almost like kind of delivers the whole game in a way. That was another letter. Come by and meet us at the theater if you have a spare minute. From the makers. We'd like to have a rather inconsequential but mature talk with you. We apologize in advance for the inconvenience. The people who executed the whole thing. So it's the dream of two kids that got turned into a video game by the developers? Oh man, that's pretty rad. This is like borderline Easter egg. I like it very much. I also get it. Does a lot to explain the like general weirdness. And that's not an out of nowhere thing, right? Like there could be a lesser game that like has this it's all a dream or it's all make believe, it's all kids playing with a toy thing and have that be like an 11th hour reveal. But that has actually been extremely well established. And I'm kind of interested to go back and watch the VODs or read through the story to see other places that it's been hinted at. Interesting. Yeah, I think I feel the opposite. Like, the story so far has been so, like, intentionally strange and obtuse, and all of the characters in the town have, like... They're like make-believe people that people are playing with dolls. And so, like, we had somebody come in chat earlier who was like, you know, who's your favorite character in the game? Like, I don't know, they all seem to just be liars, and they seem to be, like, making shit up every time I talk to them. So I guess the Bachelor is my favorite character. I guess the Haruspex and the Changeling feel kind of legit. That's cool, though. Man, what a hard pitch, too. Like, if that's one of the main things informing the Pathologic is awesome argument, like, that's such a hard sell to tell somebody, hey, you should totally play this game. Don't worry, it's 30 hours of walking slowly and digging through trash cans. It's super worth it. How? I can't tell you. Stick with it. I think this game works really well because of the way it lets you like fill in the blanks, or basically requires you to fill in the blanks to make any sense of it in the first place. So you kind of make this your own little like make-believe idea about what the fuck is pathologic while you're playing it. So that's like super thematically consistent with it actually being that. Right, this did say come to the theater. You have a spare minute. I do, actually. Take my coat and my bag. This has been quiet in the past, so I'm going to turn it up just in case. Okay. Bring it back down. Expecting this to be like the names of the developers. Hero is a doll, but so are the children. The real game is what's happening between you and us. Cannot leave Bachelor's body. Bachelor lost his battle for freedom since the very day he was born. What about you? I think this guy is talking to me, like the streamer, the person playing the video game. I wanted to stop the epidemic, even a make-believe one. Did you understand what the epidemic really was? It was rather obvious. A toy danger that has ravaged a toy town. It was a children's game in a glass sandbox. Was the disease the true evil? The disease is only a method, the weapon of evil, like a scalpel. The disease will go devouring itself. There will be war, famine, heresy. Was it worth the effort? Look around. All this for a single wretched town. It's the town that had been built for you, not the other way around. We apologize if it's been a disappointment. I still don't get it. You're curious what fate I will choose for the town. This is like the whole after you beat Undertale, mild Undertale, well, I think it's not mild Undertale spoilers, big Undertale spoilers, but it's been out for a while now, and I'm sure people who played Pathologic have played it. But like if you finish Undertale on Pacifist and you go to like restart your save in order to play a genocide playthrough, it like tells you like, really, are you going to delete the save where everyone's happy in order to start over? What a cruel thing to do. Are you positive your choice is not predetermined by anyone or anything? Could it have been otherwise? When every step you take has been predicted, you're free to take it or not. Whether it's been foreseen, however, you remain a mere puppet in someone else's hands. Being my puppeteer is way too good a position for you. Okay. See how sad our fortune is. We put all our hopes in you. We poor actors were hoping you'd become the director of a new show. The old one has been beaten to death, but you turned out to be a doll. That was a blow for me, too. Can you help with something? Who are you in this puppet world? We don't belong to the puppet shows. We're the actors of a mime performance. I am a miserable actor. My line of character is always moaning the inevitable losses. So you're an NPC, okay. The esteemed impresario may have oversold the importance of the local theater. Are you a child? Exactly what you think I am. A collection of poorly rendered polygons on a screen. Why are you giving me that look? Don't ascribe a more important role to me than the one I've been assigned from the very beginning. I'll fail a bigger role. The mask isn't expressive enough. Take care, you little scribble. That's cool. Hero is a doll, but so are the children. The real game is what's happening between you and us. That's cool. I've mentioned a couple times that this game feels weirdly like it's like knocking on the fourth wall without being super explicit about it. And I felt that way from the almost the very beginning of the game, that something's up. That it seems like something bigger is going on than just go around and cure this pandemic, right? Or epidemic. Very, very cool. Big fan of that. Like that borderline feels like an Easter egg as opposed to something that you need to take as canon as what Pathologic is about. Because I don't yet know whether the developers envisioned that you would be able to cure everybody. Because you only get to see those two things. I guess you only get to see the cutscene with the kids if you cure one of the sets of bound. And also all of your bound are safe, right? Which means you didn't fuck up the main quest on any of the days. And then you only get to see the second one if you cured both of them. Yeah, I wonder how that's going to color the Haruspex and Changeling playthroughs too. Okay, so I don't think I have anything else to do today, so I might just rest until 7. Here's fine. Making sure I don't get any other letters while I'm on my way there. I don't know if I have to be there at exactly the time. I'm a little bit nervous about how close the current time is to 19. It's pretty close to this house. I guess I just saved. Load the save if it's a problem. Oh, I can wake partway through. Okay. Well, I'll just walk there now. It's 40 in-game minutes, which isn't a ton of real time. When now? Jumpy jump. I gotta say, I am the biggest fan of the mission not updating. Like, it just saying this. A sandbox plague. He took himself to be a living man who was trying to rescue his fellow human beings. Beyond doubt, this belief filled him with fervor. helped him to reach the finale, and even somewhat triumphant. But that stays locked in for the whole game until the end. That's fucking great. Big fan. That clock actually updates. Should have rested slightly longer. I guess we could do some last second rifling through trash cans. Bell. Spooky polyhedron. Stuff like the polyhedron makes way more sense in that context. Almost there. Second too early. Assembly is awaiting your decision. The queens of this chessboard are in a deadlock. The game may end in a tragic stalemate. You're a pawn at the finishing line. Deliver your checkmate, mate. Do I hear laughter from under your ugly beak? Inquisitor lass seems to think she has used you. Confused? Don't you fret. She's also nothing. Everything was leading to this. You're acting in the interest of inevitability. Evil conquers all. This is the title screen music. No spoilers, but it kind of makes me hope that like the Changeling knows that it's a children's game. That it's like the Bachelor is an outsider trying to solve the problem, and the Haruspex is an insider trying to solve the problem, and the Changeling is just aware. That would put a lot of context to her super weird comments so far.
Yes?
Paint her a demon. There is not a single woman here fitting your description.
The town can be cleansed.
Do you need to say in a pious defense? The whole town was at your disposal. Try to settle personal accounts with her deceased sister while claiming to fulfill a noble duty. She came as a lightbringer capable of resolving all our misfortunes with the power of her intelligence. Ended up being a traitor that tried to sell me another lie under the guise of the ultimate truth. It's unwise to brand someone as savior and then denounce someone they fail to live up to your expectations. Brought this on yourself. Don't try to get even. If you want to destroy the town and save the tower only to get to her and push her towards her demise, that would be unbecoming of you. You'd make an excellent lawyer.
Are you sure you're in good health?
To know how you're
I'm
going to keep the
glad.
town intact. Okay, thanks, Raker. I appreciate that. I did not know there was an upstairs here at all. Very smart. Your intelligence holds you back. Never come to understand my truth. Yeah, if it's the kind of thing that I would never know to expect to check, then it's fine to tell me. Both you and Barack are semi-literate simpletons. God, Bachelor is such an asshole in the, like, options they give me sometimes. Your victory is a victory of pure reason. Just like we all, you have reconstructed a picture of the whole universe and found the root of what happened, but your picture is austere and bare bones. You have merely come to understand the mechanics of the events. You are generally a mechanic of a medic. Who are you, then? Your world is mechanically consistent and rational. Yeah, there's a lot of typos in her text here. I think she's actually had a lot of typos in general. Mechanically, right? Minimal. I think she knows. Don't tell me if I'm right, because we're not going to see the Changeling playthrough for like actual years at this point, but... Maria stands. She looks at you hopefully, her velvet eyes ripe with scarlet fire. I don't know, I haven't talked to her yet. Fair. Okay, yeah, no, I did not know there was a staircase here. Wow, that is a hell of a staircase. Oh, is it Eva?
I'm having chest pain.
Knew I'd find you here.
My path used to be called Goldilocks, but then
You're a
I
ghost.
truly wanted...
Now I can fly. A miracle happened. All I had to do was strain my legs a bit and fly. I had to abandon my body not to go down. I have not died in vain. When I could have said this, and you'd be the only one to believe in my miracle because you're special. You wouldn't judge me too harshly. Now this cathedral is desecrated and cursed. The Inquisitor, hand in hand with the bloodstained Haruspex, the beak-headed demons are wandering the shrine and the faceless are serving her. These are ordinary executors. I hear nothing. Will you come here again? Sure. That's kind of a nice touch. She jumped off the roof and then the kids took the doll and just, like, kept having her fly off away from her. It was fine. Maria, I guess.
Yes.
When will you begin to execute your design? I've already begun. When the night falls, the wind scatters the smoke above the scorched earth, and the dust of the buildings demolished settles. See new constellations in the sky. They will plunge their light towards us. When the first specks of this light reach the constellations of the polyhedron, a miracle will happen. See, she made... The stuff she was saying about, like, making a new world very much sounded like... This is where I was like, is this a fourth wall thing? It's like, are they talking about Pathologic 2? Did they know they were going to do that already? That opens up a lot of doors, honestly, because I keep asking, like, I don't understand, is Pathologic 2 a remake? And people are like, well, kind of, but you should really play this first. And I think I get it now, right? I guess that also adds to the complexity of the whole situation, because if you're like someone that's trying to play the most recent definitive version of a game, you'd be like, well, if Pathologic 2 is just a remake of Pathologic 1, I'll start with Pathologic 2, right? If it's the better version, it's like, no, you don't understand. Like, that's so weird and very cool. The only thing in the sky will be that of Mars.
I'm
Yes, I have come. Okay, talk to Maria.
People are willing to sacrifice themselves.
True, the commander has acknowledged you as a harbinger and is obeying your will. Does the commander serve me? Oh, how stupid you are. The commander is a knight. He has realized who is to be served now. I'm sure to find out why she's called the Changeling. They've had some things referring to her as like a shapeshifter, but... like if it's following the doll metaphor, like maybe they use a bunch of different dolls to represent different characters. Oh sure, we don't need to talk about Pathologic 2. We are going to get to it eventually on stream, but I can understand it as a remake in the context of Pathologic as children playing a doll's game, right? Like if they then make a remake that can fit. Help. Every campaign I shall stand by his side. You want to start a holy war? Afraid too much blood will be spilled before the light of truth triumphs over the world? Guns will destroy many before the war is ended. When it ends, it will end forever. You know he's doomed. He's an Alexander. You are the vilest creature of all creatures I've met recently.
I haven't slept for 3 nights in a row. I don't think I'll manage another one.
Accused of having arranged your discovery. I don't want to talk to you, I despise you. This place is a utopia, an abuse of nature. The utopia must be destroyed, it's evil. What is a utopia? I'm a humanitarian, my duty is to save people, not kill them. I only condemn a few to death for the sake of the many. I'm offering you to save the happiness of several thousands, shedding any blood at all. This place is more natural than nature. Utopias are constructed to embody perfect justice, liberty, or economical thrift. This town is not a place that does not exist. It is a place that cannot exist, mustn't exist. Mustn't exist. It's a phenomenon beyond the habitual reality, contradicting the laws of common sense and embodying that which mustn't be known to, felt, and seen by men. Aren't you overselling it by calling it a utopia? From all years. At the persistent pleasure of the powers that be, the miracle that has been accidentally embodied as the polyhedron is forced to stay there, captured by the flesh of the town that has nurtured it, feeding it with resources, people, and hot blood. This flesh has become its womb and its prison. I like that part of the implication of the whole sandcastle thing is that, like, it explains why all the children have drugs and ammo. Like, the most useful items possible come from the most powerful figures in the story. Everyone else is fucking useless. A closer look at the disease. The embodiment of this logic. Is it good or evil? Why has it come to the town? Do you consider it to be good? You are by all definitions a hero, a miracle maker. It was the powers that be that have tried to make you detain a miracle here. Powers that be are bending you to submission according to their own design. Revenge is a bad companion in the search for truth. Stands waiting for your word. Guide his weapons. No one has heard a single word of recommendation from me yet. I'm relying on you completely, just like I said. So I guess Block was supposed to be last. I thought maybe she would be.
We can't let cheats play with our free will.
Can't let cheats play with our free will, he says. Neither greed, nor plotting, nor circumstance had informed your choice, but your conscience alone. I've been given orders to level everything, but if that's not necessary, I'm willing to trust your judgment, risking my life in honor, for I am merciful. Where shall I point the weapon? Ha 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 ha. I'm not ready to make a choice. Let the settlement be destroyed, but there's no reason to hurt the polyhedron. The survivors will find shelter there until we vaccinate them and the epidemic dies out. You only have to destroy the polyhedron to put an end to the disease. There's no point in raising the whole town. There's no need to destroy anything. We can do all together without gunfire and preserve this world as it is. I have come to announce my decision. There will be no decision. I forego the right to make a choice. I will not decide the town's fate and present my arguments to you. See, I'm curious. I think... my guess is I get this choice if I save my bound. I get this choice if I save the Haruspex's bound. I get this choice if I save the Changeling's bound, and I get this choice if I save both of their bound, I think. But feel free to correct me on that if that's an incorrect assessment. I think I'm going to pick this bottom one only because I think it's the most interesting. If not for that, I would probably pick this one instead. I like that with the opening cutscene, yeah. I won't be able to make this choice without you. We're in a deadlock. The Inquisitor's holding me back. I won't let her act. It seems to me that she's plotting to laugh her last dying laugh and let the disease loose in the end. Haruspex is acting on the Inquisitor's behalf. Clara is compromised. The town is doomed. I've said everything. Bye. Nothing keeps me from entering the Cathedral. I have a feeling that the Cathedral is a real trap, not the theater as the warning suggested. I renounce my freedom of choice. Let someone else decide. There's nothing of import happen there. It'll be over by 12.
I think I'm...
So can I just go, like, sleep until 12 then? One of these days, I'll finish the Haruspex, Changeling, and Pathologic 2 routes, and I'll be able to watch that H-Bomber guy video, finally. But I'm already kind of getting an inkling of why he felt compelled to talk about it. Before I was like, well, okay, I mean, I guess I can see the whole mechanics thing. What makes a man turn neutral? That is an extremely complicated question, Moonshine. I'm not sure I can answer it. Fortunately. This is the ending, though, so if you don't want to be spoiled. Buying ammo from children and running away from clouds. There you go. Digging around in trash cans. That certainly looks way worse than it looked a second ago. I kind of want to see the other choices. You just pick one of them and then you can like go sleep and see what that implies. Okay. Okay, so we still get to see that. I load really quick, just want to see the other ones. This was the save before I made the choice. There's 4 endings for The Bachelor, right? Like, I wouldn't be seeing the same thing for the Haruspex or Changeling playthroughs.
Can't let cheats play with our free will.
Choice has been made. I think that's the I refuse to be your plaything, even though I'm literally your plaything ending. This is one of the more elegant meta video games I've played, I think, in terms of not like cramming that down your throat through the whole thing and still kind of like being somewhat chill about it even at the very end. All right, so this is the do what Clara wants, which is don't do anything. A little bit more. Graphics. And then just literally everything is fine. Although this looks like the powers that be. Okay. I wonder if you see that no matter what. Because I guess maybe it means nothing if you didn't get to there. Yeah, if you didn't have that conversation and you see that there's like a little sandcastle of the town, you'd be like, oh, whatever, just some kids made a sandcastle of the town. That's fine. There's nothing weird about that. It's not in any way significant. That's fine. Okay. Here, town, have an egg. So the children worship the town, and now there's a giant egg outside of it. Got it. Makes perfect sense. I'm not confused at all. All right, we're going to check out the other 2, and then I think we'll start the Haruspex playthrough. I'm probably going to split the VOD, and we'll start a new episode for Haruspex, because it feels almost like it should be a different game.
Being manipulated.
Destroy the polyhedron. What's the recipe for saving the town? I like that there's like this in-universe choice of save the art or save the people, right? Either way, the place kind of sucks, so maybe if you preserve the special thing that they made, that's more important than actually caring about their individual lives. I guess that's effectively made moot by the powers that be revelation, but I think they can both still be interesting. Nice. So you see those powers that be thing in every ending. I wonder if that's different if you didn't talk to them, or this still shows up regardless. I guess it would make sense if you see it in the Haruspex ending and the Changeling ending, because both of those you would get the invitation to go talk to them regardless, right? Like, it seems like choice 2, choice 3, and choice 4 all require that you've had that conversation with the kids, or at least unlock the ability to have it. I kind of like that it seems like the Bachelor aligned decision is fuck the people, save their art, because that seems appropriate for the asshole outsider. Fuck the art, save the people seems appropriate for the Haruspex. All right, one more. Let's end on what is probably going to be the most depressing one. I like the rush. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice ending. The best so far, I think. Everybody seems happy in a very Russian kind of way. Yeah. Soil is soaked with poison. Tower must keep its balance. It's earthquake resistant. It's like a weight on a steel spring. This is a good way out. Bacteria specimen, the vaccine, the blueprints, and the map charting the source of the pest. Yeah, I've been talking about that kind of from the beginning, Scarf, that like this game has that uniquely like Russian, like hyper normalized feel to it. The only other game I've played that feels like that is Stalker, where like everyone is just has like this kind of this is fine attitude where the house is clearly burning down around them, right? We can normalize even this. And I was wondering early on that was what the game was about. I think it's more it's a lack of ennui, right? Where there should be, because you still need to survive and go buy your groceries and stuff. So you just like discard even the most extreme, insane bullshit as routine. Which I guess feels less, Russian now in the wake of the actual real life pandemic. That's a mood, actually. It's like the state of you should be screaming, but you just don't, because you still need to pay the bills. Oh, that's cool. They like destroy the sandcastle. I bet if you didn't talk to them and you just saved all your bound, this would be completely confusing. That's cool. But I guess you could just view it as weirdly symbolic, like a lot of the other cutscenes, like the ones in the theater. They got to use their crazy Final Fantasy VII Mako cannon. Mako cannon. Close. Mistress. Oh, you missed the whole point of the game, Ramadan.
We acknowledge the victory of the player.
Maybe go watch the VOD.
It is indeed miraculous. The exit is clear.
Nice.
It shouldn't have happened. The miracle must be real.
Nice. So you get your little hint here. Oh, weird. What? Oh, super weird. Is it me and my Mark Immortell? Nice. Spooky. I'm glad I saved this one for last then. And there's nothing when you go through the door. That's what you get for looking away for 15 minutes. Cool. I enjoyed that very much. We are going to play the Haruspex campaign here in a second. But I guess my final thoughts is that the twist with the powers that be was great. It was remarkably well established and kind of made the game make way more sense as soon as I encountered it. I'm excited to play through the Haruspex campaign, the Changeling campaign, and eventually Pathologic 2. And I think the thing that has been most challenging with this the whole time is like, what the fuck is this? Right? Has been my question. And I think I kind of can at least model that slightly better than before. I think there's little things to appreciate, like the way the game plays on your expectations of what a video game should be. That the simulator was made possible. So I think there's specific like tactical stuff to talk about in the moment-to-moment gameplay, but I like that big picture twist on the whole thing at the very end. All right, give me a second to update the live split timer, and we'll start Haruspex on a new VOD here. We'll probably watch the full credits once we finish the Changeling playthrough. Cool, good night, Raker.